This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by the SGPN app. Get all of our picks and podcasts for free with the SGPN app. The college football experience is starting their 138 team previews. Check out the college experience wherever you get your podcast. And we're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi, you can trade spreads, money lines, totals, props, futures, and much more. They have everything, and they're available in a ton of states. New Kalshi customers get $10 off when they use promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. Maybe you're just coming from the betting show. Maybe you're tuning in later, but we're here to talk DFS. Let's get right into it. 10K range, Scotty Scheffler to Matt Fitzpatrick. A real question of what do you want to do? If you were to click Scotty Scheffler, you are left with 7-2 to build with no 5K range. Not the craziest price as Scotty continues to come closer to the mean, but do I really want to have just 7-2 to build with at a golf course that basically has everybody viable? There is no one that tees it up at TPC River Highlands that doesn't think they can score around here. So should Scotty finish top 5? Yes. But is the likelihood for Scotty to finish top 5 and you getting everything else right with a 7-2 average worth it when you can go to a golfer like Xander and have 7-9 left, which is much better? I think my pick in this selection is actually going to be Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood played really well at this event last year, was runner-up. Obviously, he blew it last year. But not even talking about what he did last year. It's more Tommy's recent play. Tommy finished not really well, but played well enough at the U.S. Open last week. More specifically, his stat line was all green. One of the best Tommy Fleetwood stat lines we have seen in some time. He took a little bit of a dip in his game, but he is back in terms of doing what he does best, and that is gain strokes in every single category. So I'm going to start my lineup with Tommy Fleetwood at 10,300. Looking at this 9K range, we have Ludwig down to Russell Henley. And where I do like Ludwig a lot, I don't think it's really worth going all the way up when golfers like Russell Henley, Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas are really, really, really solid course fits and are $700 less, $600 less, $800 less. So I really, really do like them. If I had to pick one of them, it probably would be Russell Henley and start with that Tommy Russ lineup. It's not going to be the chalkiest build in the world, but it's not going to be not the chalkiest build in the world. People are going to start Tommy Russ. So I'm going to go down and start and skip this 9K range and start Tommy Pat. Patrick Cantlay, $8,900 at a golf course that he's absolutely torched. This is one that he signs up for every single year or looks forward to every single year and is like, I can finish T5 here in my sleep. He knows these greens. He knows his way around this golf course like it's his own. And Patrick Cantlay has just been so solid in the Northeast in his career. So I really, really do love Patrick Cantlay at the top of this 8K range. Towards the middle and bottom of this 8K range, Victor Hovland, I think, is getting forgotten. Victor Hovland, $8,500 after missing the cut of the U.S. Open. But people are forgetting. Just two starts ago, he finished solo third at another TPC golf course. So Victor Hovland, $8,500, I think is a great bullet here. Towards the bottom, Aaron Rai. He's going to be chalky, but he makes a ton of sense. I'm a little bit worried, though, because he might be too chalky, and it's going to make me pivot to Harris English. Harris English, he's a past winner of this event, and this golf course doesn't necessarily scream, okay, Harris English has to play well here every single time. But what Harris English does best, and when he's going, he's driving the ball long and straight, and the approach play is in order. He has not had the greatest approach weeks in his last 5 starts. Only one of them have been positive, but he played really well here last year. A T4 in very minimal form, and then a win back in 2021. So he's got multiple other top 10s here, or one other top 10 here. I like the pivot off of Aaron Rai, and no one's going to start Tommy, Patrick, Harris English. With that being said, I like Aaron Rai. I like Russell Henley. I'm just not going to them in this lineup. 7K range. We have JJ Spawn down to Bud Cauley, Ryan Gerard. I'll tell you right now, this Bridgman and Gerard selections right here are kind of going under the radar, in my opinion, specifically Jacob Bridgman. Jacob Bridgman has not had the greatest results since he won at Riviera, but he's coming off of 3 straight nice weeks: T34 at the Memorial, T11 in Canada, and T39 at the US Open. He's now gained strokes on approach in 3 straight starts, and the putter is working wonders right now. So I think Jacob Bridgman is finding his game. And when I was out there on the golf course the last few weeks, I've been seeing nice things from Jacob Bridgman. So Jacob Bridgman at this price of $7,200 is a great selection, in my opinion. We have $7,800 left for 2 selections. If we go all the way to the top of this 7K range, I'm probably going to avoid golfers like Sahith Theegala and Alex Fitzpatrick because they're going to be a tad chalky. No one's going to go to Jordan Spieth. No one's going to go to Jordan Spieth at a golf course that he's won. At a golf course like at this point of his career is probably your best bet to play Jordan Spieth because he needs easy conditions. He's been driving it okay. He's been spotty with the iron play and the putting. But Jordan Spieth at $7,600 at a golf course that he's won at, I like tremendously. But before we click a name for the final 2, I want to touch on the 6K range. We have Alex Noren down to Johnny Vegas, Lucas Glover, and Brian Campbell. Towards the middle of the 6K range, I'm really loving Mac Meisner and Andrew Novak. Andrew Novak is not in the best of form, but I like him when he gets to these prices. We've seen him top 10 in the 6K range all the time. But Mac Meisner, coming off of a miscut in Canada, but before Canada was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight made cuts with supreme ball striking. He's actually never played this golf course before, but I love what he did at Colonial. I love what he's done in the last few starts. And like a golf course like Colonial, like Myrtle Beach, where you have to hit fairways and rely on short irons, that's what you have to do here. So I'm going to click Mac Meisner at $6,400 as my favorite 6K play. Towards the top of the 6K range, you cannot go wrong with Smalley, Cole, or Straka. It's borderline like scary because these prices are so good. I feel like one of them absolutely ejects. I would not play these guys together. They will give you some nice ownership, but I wouldn't play these guys together because I feel like getting 2 of them right is going to be tough. But with that being said, one of these golfers between Smalley, Cole, and Straka, I do see a top 10 out of. But the final selection, we have 92 to build with. We have a very, very, very balanced lineup, and we're going to go with Russell Henley. We skipped him before, but we have enough room to go with Russell Henley. That is Tommy Fleetwood, Russell Henley, Patrick Cantlay, Harris English, Jacob Bridgman, and Mac Meisner for the lineup of the week. Extremely balanced, extremely not much win equity, but a lot of top 10 equity, which I like for this lineup. So that's where we're going this week. Any questions, you know where to find me, and I'll catch you guys next week for the John Deere Classic. Peace out.